Welcome to day 4 on week 6. We have a superset. We are going to be doing a sumo squat with weight for 20 seconds. Now my wife usually does about 70 pounds. We're going to show you how you do this with about 10 pounds of weight. Now, we're going to do that for 20 seconds. The next thing we have is a mini band hip flexor hold and press. We're going to be doing that for 10 seconds each leg, and then we have done with the superset. Our sumo squat, we're going to have a very, very wide base. Now, if you notice her feet are angled out, those dumbbells will go together in the middle, and she's going to keep her chest elevated as her butt reaches back. She'll go down, and she's going to push through her heels into her glutes. This is one of my wife's favorite exercises to build glutes, and as you can see, she has them. So we're going to push through our heels, and we're going to contract as hard as we can through. It's also a great mobility tip for actually stretching our hips with weight. Good. We now have another full body exercise. What you're going to see is the tension go down through her foot. She's going to be creating a lot of tension through the foot, but at the same time, she'll be driving her knee up into her hip flexor. Now, what we'll be doing is driving all the way up and all the way down. We're going to go 10 seconds each leg. So say she just got done with 10, she switches feet. There's a lot of proprioception and stability that goes into this. She's going to try to break the band the entire time. It's okay if you slip and fall. Restart. Good. Our next superset, we have a speed curl. We're going to do as many curls as we can in 20 seconds. Right after that, we're going to do seated dips like we did earlier. We're going to go 15 seconds, but again, we're going to try to go as fast as possible. And the last thing we have is a QL. It's a stretch and a contraction, okay? We're going to go a speed curl with a band. So what she's going to do is she's going to put her foot down as always. Palms go up. I'm going down and up as fast as possible for 15 seconds. Up, down, up, down, up, down, as fast as we can. Good, rest. Right afterwards, we're going to a seated dip. Now, what we're going to do, if you don't have the strength and resiliency and you are bottoming out and don't have the stability to go fast, continue to go slow. That's what lifting is. We're getting progressively harder. Now my wife, a bit of a beast. What she's going to do is she's going to try to pick her speed up as she goes. So she's going to go down and up as fast as we can, make sure it's a stable surface, really stretching that chest and those shoulders and pushing through those triceps. Rest. One of my favorites, we're going to be doing a QL, okay? The QL is a muscle in your lower back through here. What we're going to do is put our forearm on, our feet together, and what you're going to see is she stretches down, that spine actually bends as she contracts. That spine bends as she contracts. Now, you can complain of some shoulder pain. I want you guys to think very strong through the shoulder, and that will add up over time. Rest. We now have a pistol squat. We can do a couple of different ways. Now, she's athletic enough and good enough shape that she can go down with one, up with one. If we're not on a pistol squat, which works the quad, go ahead and step up. You can go down with one and up with two. So go down and go back up with two. So you're trying to go down very, very, very slow. And then if you need to, go back up with two. So switch legs, a 1-1 looks like this. It's a lot harder. You don't want to bounce off, lose momentum, and push through. A lot of quad goes into this and a lot of hip. Push through. Good job. Our next exercise is a hamstring walkout. We're going to go ahead and lay down on our back. You've done these before, kings and queens. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get further and further and further and further to where my butt is almost on the ground, but not. Here we go. Heel dominant, walk all the way out. Try to get as straight as we can, then walk them back. Here we go. Let's do 5 rounds just like this. Good. Walk all the way back out. There's 2. Now again, these hamstring walkouts you'll be doing for 30 seconds. We now are going to move on to our core and our starfish. The opposite arm and opposite leg are going to work in unison and come together. Now my arms and legs are as straight as possible. I'm pinning that lower back to the ground like someone's pressing through that belly button, and go ahead and go. Breathe all the air out. Good. Breathe all the air out. So what we're going to be doing is 20 seconds. So if you want to go 10 and 10, that's fine. Or you could go every other rep. Good. For our last thing, on day 4, we have top push-ups for 30 seconds, we have bottom push-up for 20 seconds, and we have a banded rotational isometric hold for 20 seconds. The top push-up, here we go. We're working through the middle part of that back. I'm gonna make sure my hands are in a very sturdy position, and I'm gonna be pushing through that upper inner back as hard as I can. Now again, drop down to your knees if you can't, and restart and push all the way through that upper back. Our next exercise is a bottom push-up, to where my wife will go down right before hitting her chest on the ground, and she's gonna push through her hands and hold a contraction as long as she can. She's gonna be breathing. If you can't make it 20 seconds, go increments of 10 seconds. Last but not least, it's a fun couple exercise. We'll go a banded rotational isometric, to where we both go out, we squat down, she tries to pull me, I try to pull her. And hold. Arms are pushed out. Now again, you can have some fun with it to try to pull all the way over, and she can try to pull me. She can try to pull me too.